Are ice baths really an effective way to boost recovery, or is it all just marketing hype? You have definitely seen celebrities and influencers taking cold plunges and raving about the health benefits of it. First लॉकडाउन के टाइम पर जो रोगन ने कोल्ड प्लंजेस को बहुत ज़्यादा पॉपुलर किया, and then big names like Andrew Huberman, Rhonda Patrick, and of course the Iceman himself, Wim Hof, made it even more popular. But here's the thing, जो research papers Huberman and Rhonda and other famous influencers cite करते हैं to back up their claims about improved recovery and reduced inflammation, उन्हीं papers में they overlook or perhaps deliberately omit the darker side of ice baths that have been found. The reality is that while ice baths are great at flushing out soreness and inflammation, we need to ask ourselves, do we even need to get rid of these things in the first place? Multiple studies have consistently found that ice baths hinder muscle and strength gains. In a systematic review published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, it was found that cold immersion after strength training reduces muscle protein synthesis and hampers adaptation. In simple terms, अगर आप post workout बस आराम कर रहे हो, spending quality time with your family and friends and not plunging into an ice bath, your muscles will actually grow more than if you did take the cold plunge. Doing less will lead to more recovery. Here's why. After an intense workout, your muscles undergo microscopic damage, resulting in soreness and inflammation. Ice baths are effective at temporarily numbing soreness, since cold acts as a natural painkiller. But ice सिर्फ soreness suppress नहीं करता, but the very thing which is crucial for growth and repair, inflammation, उसको भी suppress कर देता. Think of it this way. Using an ice bath after workout is like trying to suppress a fever by taking painkillers. It numbs the pain, makes you feel better for some time, but it only harms the long-term recovery. Because fever से आने वाला increase in body temperature, body का immune mechanism है to fight off the bacteria and is in fact a very crucial step for recovery. We need the fever to eradicate the pathogen from the body. You can watch the Kuzgizat video on this topic for a better breakdown. But similarly, जो soreness and inflammation हमारी body post workout create करती है, that is essential for growth. Numbing it numbs our gains as well. But there is a situation where ice baths can be beneficial. Competitive sports. अगर आप कोई स्पोर्ट टूर्नामेंट में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हो जहां बैक टू बैक मैचेस है एंड ऑल दैट मैटर्स टू यू इज दैट यू आर फ्रेश फॉर द नेक्स्ट मैच, देन ice baths will be very helpful, since during the tournament your goal isn't to extract maximum gains from the matches. You don't care if the matches help you to get stronger or bigger, since it's not an opportunity to train, it's an opportunity to execute. Your goal is simply to be ready for the next match. Cold exposure will be an excellent idea in such a situation, but if your goal is to optimize muscle growth and strength, ice baths, cold plunges, जो भी बोलो, are a bad idea. So, if you don't enjoy ice baths and are forcing yourself to take the plunge because सारे influencers आजकल वही कर रहे हैं, then you can be rest assured that you are not missing out on anything at all by not taking the plunge. A recent study split subjects into 3 groups. One group would just chill in normal room temperature water. Another group would actually take the cold plunge, and the third group did nothing at all. There were 20 subjects and all of them were competitive swimmers who were training pretty damn hard. And after around 5 weeks of going through all the 3 recovery methods, it was found that recovery was the same for all the 3 methods. So ice baths didn't induce any additional recovery compared to literal passive recovery, which means doing nothing. And another 2024 study tried to compare a very interesting matchup, cold water immersion versus hot water immersion. इस study में there were 27 subjects and सारे participants को एक brutal leg workout करवाया गया. एक ग्रुप को 41 डिग्री सेल्सियस के वार्म वाटर का प्लंज दिया गया, दूसरे ग्रुप को 11 डिग्री सेल्सियस का कोल्ड वाटर प्लंज दिया गया, एंड द थर्ड ग्रुप वाज द कंट्रोल ग्रुप हु गॉट नाइदर. Control groups are super helpful, by the way, to distinguish the difference between different groups in a study. So, what did the researchers find out? A clear victory for hot water immersion. After workout, the muscles get damaged and it takes some time, usually a few days, for the muscles to return back to baseline level of force production. And जो participants ने hot water immersion लिया, उनका return back to baseline level of force production was faster than cold water immersion वाला group. And the control group had the slowest recovery, but at least their gains were not compromised because of the cold water. Now also remember, it's not like hot water immersion से कुछ massive recovery boost मिलता है. But if you're trying to min-max your gains, then you should perhaps go for hot water immersion instead of cold water immersion for recovery. Let's also talk about cryotherapy, the ultra cool, literally futuristic machine used for superhuman recovery. There aren't a lot of good quality studies about it, but जो evidence available है उसमें पता चलता है that cryotherapy is just as game changing for recovery as ice baths, which means it's useless. It's not as game changing as it claims to be, but the price tag is game changing. These oversized fridges cost anything between 1 lakh to 67 lakhs. All that money spent for recovery comparable to basic compassionate touch, which makes having a cryo chamber a more realistic option. The verdict is crystal clear. Cold plunge, ice baths, cryotherapy, ये सारे treatments in most situations are neutral at best and detrimental at worst. But ice bath seems so badass, and उसके reels post करके you can prove to your followers that you're very serious about your health and fitness. And asli recovery methods like good sleep, consistent proper nutrition and genuine relaxation, which are far more anabolic and recovery promoting than any amount of cold exposure. इन सब के reels इतने कुछ eye catching या badass नहीं लगेंगे. But even though the true methods of recovery don't sound so special, the fact remains that there is no technique, no fancy method or instrument that could provide even a slither of the recovery that comes from consistent and good quality diet and sleep. सारे स्पेशल रिकवरी टूल्स सिर्फ मार्केटिंग है जिसमें barely detectable recovery benefits मिलते हैं. Don't fall for any of such scams. But what about using ice after a sprain or an injury, you may ask. वो तो एक मिथ नहीं है ना. Well, it's complicated. You know, अगर आप गूगल करते हो my ankle is swollen question mark, the first generic reply is the RICE protocol. RICE stands for rest, ice, compress and elevate. And outdated physios आज भी ये treatment recommend करते हैं for any injury as if it's the most superior method for healing injuries. But the creator of the RICE protocol himself has been advocating against the RICE protocol for many years. And why is that so? Let's understand how it all began. 1962 में सोमरविल मैसाचुसेट्स का एक 12 साल का लड़का ट्रेन के रूफटॉप्स पर पार्कोर करते हुए अपना हाथ खो बैठता है. लाइक कंप्लीटली डिटैच्ड फ्रॉम हिज बॉडी टाइप खो बैठता है. तभी फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम एवर इन हिस्ट्री 12 डॉक्टर्स ने मिलकर एक सक्सेसफुल लिम्ब रीअटैचमेंट सर्जरी की एंड द बॉय गॉट हिज आर्म बैक. ऑफ कोर्स दिस न्यूज़ स्प्रेड लाइक वाइल्ड फायर. सारे लोग ये जानने में इंटरेस्टेड थे दैट ये ऑपरेशन एग्जैक्टली किया कैसे गया. बट द ऑपरेशन वॉज सो डैम कॉम्प्लिकेटेड दैट मीडिया वाले सारे टेक्निकल मेडिकल टर्म्स को भूलकर बस एक चीज़ पर पूरा फोकस करने लग गया, विच वॉज दैट ऑपरेशन में हाथ को प्रिजर्व करने आइस यूज हुई थी. एंड वेरी सून आइस यूसेज बिना कुछ कॉन्टेक्स्ट जान यूज होने लग गया. एंड देन 1978 में गेब मोकिन नाम के एक डॉक्टर ने राइस प्रोटोकॉल क्रिएट किया. राइस प्रोटोकॉल ऑल्सो बिकेम वेरी फेमस and Gabe Merkin gained a lot of recognition because of it. But in 2019, he himself publicly retracted his RICE article as he was presented with new and more robust evidence by another scientist which debunked the effectiveness of the RICE protocol. Dr. Gabe realized that he might have overhit the RICE protocol without sufficient evidence. Hats off to such an honest scientist जो अपनी ego को side में रखता है when proven wrong. The problem with RICE is that its primary goal is to reduce inflammation. But हर टाइप का inflammation बुरा नहीं होता. In fact, inflammation is a fundamental part of the healing process. So, if there is no inflammation at all, then there is no recovery at all. Because when tissues are damaged, the body triggers an inflammatory response to deliver nutrients and immune cells to the site of injury. Reducing inflammation too aggressively will delay recovery. But inflammation बहुत time तक भी last नहीं करना चाहिए. So no inflammation at all is also bad, and inflammation that lasts for too long is also bad. Compression and elevation भी pretty much same category में fall होते हैं. They are just methods trying to reduce inflammation, but they can be used if the swelling lasts for too long or is too excessive. To put it simply, workout के बाद आने वाला inflammation is not the villain. Even though that's what ice baths वाली companies want you to believe, inflammation is the body's way of rebuilding your tissues. Stopping inflammation means stopping recovery. But using ice is a good idea when some acute injury or accident has taken place. Since ice एक natural painkiller है, initial stages में ice can be used to minimize pain, but its usage should not extend beyond that initial stage. So we tackled ice, compression and elevation. Now let's talk about rest. ये भी एक common myth है that complete rest is essential after an injury. जबकि actually complete rest prolongs the inflammatory stage and can even weaken the muscles and tendons over time. A far better approach for recovery is to start off with extremely light exercises and doing hundreds of reps with them. ऐसे easy movements blood flow promote करते हैं and it really helps to get over the fear of injury. Avoiding activity, complete bed rest, ये सारी strategies after injury are one of the worst things you can do for your recovery. It's crucial to remember that जो celebrities and athletes ice baths and cryotherapy endorse करते हैं वो भी उतने ही prone to being misguided है जितने normal लोग होता है. Their fame and money doesn't automatically make them an expert at debunking bad signs. वो भी social media देखकर ही trends follow करते हैं. In a lot of cases, they are even more uneducated than the average gym goer. In fact, कितने सारे celebrity doctors and physios भी social media के trends ही follow करते हैं without actually being skeptical about the effectiveness of a lot of these things. Ice baths could have a strategic role in competitive sports. However, if your goal is to maximize muscle and strength gains, the science is very clear. Ice baths are not your friend. Ice baths से short-term pain relief मिल सकता है, but that comes at the cost of sacrificing gains. And ice से ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, कोई magical hormone या chemical produce होता है आपके body में जो recovery को accelerate करता है. But if you really love ice baths, then बेझिझक go for it. It's not like ice baths आपके सारे gains को eradicate कर देंगे. It can give a lot of people trip-like experiences. So, if you're able to get such experiences, then go ahead, have a good time. As such कुछ recovery benefits या कुछ mental benefits नहीं मिलता. It's all just hype based on bad signs. So yeah guys, it is what it is. If you learned something from this video guys, please leave a like. Also please subscribe to the channel, it will really help me out. And if you have any negative comments, positive comments, any questions that you have, leave them in the comment section below. And most importantly, stay strong.